Tilos is linear project management system. So when we are looking to Tilos in high-rise building projects, today's agenda is now, as you can see on your screens as well, the basic idea of time location system, planning and scheduling techniques and their limitation, as you may be aware of these things. And we will be showing that our activities, repetitive activities in our plan, and looking more resources, costs, reports and presentation, and data exchange with other systems. These are the main topics which we will be focusing on. When we look at the Tilos, actually it is used by largest construction companies, maybe already your company use. So this is another know-how where you can apply the Tilos. When we look at the linear projects, actually the activities are in repetition. Our main aim is having a visual data, and on this way seeing our risks, our activities, duration and location, and this will help us to reducing project duration as well as the project overall cost. Tilos can be applied in many kind of projects where there is distance, such as transmission lines, pipeline projects, highway, road and bridge projects, railway projects, metro and tunnel projects, high-rise building projects. When we prepare, actually when we look at the other systems where we manage our projects, such as network diagram, they are helping us. They are traditional method, but they are not exactly helping to see our projects. Can you hear well? When we look at the network diagrams, actually there is no visible relation to time axis. There is small usage in practice. When we look at the Gantt diagrams, actually each activity is on separate line. Even they are on the same line, it is not giving us a location information. It is like a Excel-based data spreadsheet for detailed information, good display of links and critical path, direct relation to time axis, and it is the most popular way which you are presenting to your current projects. But there is no visible relation to the location or floors. In large projects, it is confusing, unclear, and doesn't give information for your project. So when we print out, also we are getting many pages, which is not easy, useful by management or even sometimes for planners. When we look at the Tilos, how we will be using our Tilos system, location, this will be our floors or storage areas, and the time will be horizontal, so we will display our activities. On Gantt chart, when we look at on Gantt chart, actually if we have the activities linked to each other, finish the start link, when we see them on our time location chart, this red one, location is starting from the base level in this case, and after it finished, based on the time, and the other activity starts, and here we can easily see also the slopes, which gives us productivity rates we will represent in Tilos. And all activities will be represented in time location. For the upside, our building will rise. This is the one of the sample. What we will include more? We will include more drawings, information, and this will be synchronized with our activities. Vertical dimension is time, horizontal dimension is distance. Vertical dimension is the distance, locations, and horizontal is time. So here we can show our storage, and we can show our floors on the left part, and based on this our activities can be drawn. And these activities has all productivity rates, and in the different distances, different locations, the slope is changing. This is giving us idea when we will be at which level. So there are two answers. at which level, when. So this will help us, and different colors will indicate different disciplines. On this way, we will be able to easily analyze our works disciplines to complete on our projects. So for our attendees where there is no sound writing, please check the speakers. Okay. And now also Tilos is integrated with other systems such as Excel. On Excel, we can keep our data, our quantities, our productivity rates, so we can bring the data into Tilos. Or when we would like to extract the data from Tilos, we can put into Excel. Also, it is integrated directly with Primavera, Microsoft Project, and Asta Power Project. On this way, we are able to put our existing schedules into Tilos. Also, it can be integrated with the third-party solutions such as finance solutions, and on this way we can have display cash flows and more information related with the project. In Primavera, if you are already using the Primavera or Microsoft Project the same way, we need to measure with two user-defined fields to writing our activity locations from which floor to which floor or from which meter to which meter we will be writing, and this will be helping us to integrate with the location. You can use the Tilos at any stage, at the pre-design stage, planning stage, procurement, execution, and also for claiming stages. So when we look at the Tilos, if you are already user of Tilos, you can also prepare similar projects. And in this case, what I have one sample, and I have data on Excel. On Excel, let's check the Excel data. And the name of the floor, these are the floor names, first floor, second floor, and these are the levels from where to where. So we will put this information onto our Tilos. And these are the distance between the floors, and we can put more information. In a moment also we will be putting the disciplines activity information such as superstructure and other works with their quantities, with their productivity rates. We will come to this point later on. And when we look at our Tilos, on the left part we have the navigator. We have the different views to see our time location view or to see the Gantt chart view. And on time location view, which we are going to focus, on the right side we have area that vertically we have the locations, which floors, and the same information is in our library putting our floor levels. These are not drawn, these are just the dynamic data. Whenever we would like, we can change this floor levels and floor informations. And on the left part we have the drawings. If you already have drawings from CAD files, or it can be in PDF, in JPEG file, we can synchronize our levels with our schedule. So on the left part drawing, on the right side we will have our activities. And as a horizontally, as you see that the time is changing. For the existing Tilos users, how to do this? Selecting the time distance. This is the flexible cell settings, and on the axis information, this should be time horizontal. So we keep here distance axis, it is descending, and if you would like to change the time to the other direction, and there is option that quickly you can switch the dates, as you can see here. And now we can look at more how to add a new activity and how to navigate our project. To navigate our project, on the left part we have the views which we can extend, and for example in this project it is just focusing now for the old project as a master project, but on the other side we can also prepare views that just focusing in the specific year or just focusing on the specific floors. We can prepare different views for different reports. Whatever we see on screen, we get on printout. So we can see here exactly, this is only focusing on the 2014 and 2015. Okay, on this view, we can create the activities. And how we do this, actually creating the activity, we can bring the data from Excel, or we can directly create our activities in Tilos. When we're starting the high-rise building projects, actually starting point will be the lowest level. So in our library know-how, we have the type of the tasks. These are defining that what kind of activities we are managing in our project. If we start with the milestone and how we are going to put the milestone and saying that start date will be just on this date, and when exactly it is starting at the end of January, let's say, and this will be our milestone, and we can say that this will be exactly starting at the end of the January. And now for the users, we can say that it is between the 0 to all levels. So this is a kind of display for our project start date. And later on, if we would like to create the other type of tasks, I will create the two kind of tasks. One is let me show in our library. One will be in this case, our superstructure works, and for the repetitive work creation, also will be creating the electricity works as well as fitting out works. Let's check the time. When we scroll down, and you can also add the one timeline to freeze the time area not to lose the connection. To adding this for the Tilos users, we can add the time diagram, and in this case, this one is the time diagram. We can just draw it on our screen, and this can be time scale based. In the details, we can say that this will be the position start of the visible cell area and displaying the overall. In the details, we can put inside more, and customization is that much easy. We can put the year information, and as well as we can put here more information related with the months. Okay. Now when I scroll down, also I will see my time, so it will make my works easier to creating the activities. Now when I would like to create an activity, and we can select our activity, which was the superstructure in this case, and creation of the activity from the base level, we can simply draw on our time location area. So this will say that, for example, till the 50 meters, till the 8 floors, we can draw our activity, and this activity has all information now. At the bottom, we will be showing that this will have information that this has the task ID, so it is the same way what you have activity ID in Primavera or in other systems. Calendars, it has already WBS structure if you have, and for the other information such as coordinates, from which level to which level, from when to when. And also there are more information such as the resources on it, actual resources, progress, and notes, more information on the activities. And if you would like to go that much. And when we look at our activity, we can simply say that this activity will be complete at the end of June. When we look at the overall, it is just taking the 107 days. But in the reality, you can get system to calculate. We can get system to calculate the duration. So to do this, let's check the calculation part. This is all related. System Now, looking that if you have the quantity on the activity, let's say that this will have 45,000 cubic meter, and when we look at that units, let's say 45,000 units, and in a daily, we can give our work rate. We can say that in a day, we are able to complete just 100 units. So this will give us 450 days. If we say that 500 units in a day, so system exactly giving that 90 days. So this one is also looking at your work rate, which you are giving. Now it is 75 days. When it is doing this, please see that you cannot change the now date. You can change the date, but you cannot change the total duration on the activity. It is just looking to your productivity rates. So this is one way to managing our activities. And other way, there are more information that from the floor level. So in different levels, there are different productivity rates. To do this, we can feed the system saying that with different speeds for the levels. So when we look at that, in this sample, we will be using that from 0 to 50 meter, the productivity rate will be 0.4, and from 100 meter to 150 meter, it will be the productivity rate 2. So this is the just defining that in a day, in one day, or we can define in an hour. In one day, it will be 2 meters works in this case. So just deleting this one and creating a new activity, selecting our related activity, which is the superstructure works, and creation of this. And when we look at the calculation, and this can now calculate from our productivity rates. And to setting up, we will be sending the records also you can follow in your projects and productivity rates. So we will be saying to system that it will be reading your profile data, and it will checking the productivity columns, and work rate can take from the profile data. And now also we can feed the system like what is the working. So duration 8 hours working in a day. And now when we complete our activity, let's check this data field from the productivity work rate by here. Quantity will be from the task length, and for each one, okay. Now total unit is this one. We can get the system to calculate for, it is from the profile data, and this will be taken from the productivity. And in this case, what we are doing to do actually, we are taking the data from the productivity rates, and now the system calculates for us the duration for this activity. When we look at this activity now per structure, and when we see the overall, for example, at this level, under the 0 level, there is no any productivity rate, any information, so it is taking the 0 duration. So when we look at till the 50 meters, and it is taking the slope, it is telling us that our productivity rates in this. And now when we change this, when we add more duration to our activity, please see that slope is changing at this point. So this means that from 50 meters to 100 meters, it is the different slope because of our productivity rate. After the 100 meters, it will take another slope. You see that slope is changing as well. So whenever you may have updates, for example, from the 100 meters to 150 meters, if you have the more quicker productivity, and now when you apply this, it will be automatically updated here. Or you may say that in the first part where you started the works, you may increase the speed. So you can say that this is not 0.4, but you are taking that in 1 day, 1 meter. So this will be the now new productivity rate. So you can exactly see that when you can complete this activity. And now this was the one way, actually, when we see this activity on Gantt chart, how it is going to be displayed. And now it is just one activity. Our milestone, it is here, and here the superstructure. We can open the two windows just to display the one of them for our time location here, and one of them on Gantt chart. So when you make the changes on the duration or on the time base, when we make changes, please see that on the Gantt chart also it is changing. So when you prepare at one place, you will be getting the information. If you have already your Gantt schedule in other system, just to putting the information in user-defined fields from which level to which level, so you will be able to get this activity here. Now, when I would like to add another activity, when I look at the overall, my superstructure work is here. Okay, and when I would like to add other activities such as repetitive works, we call it repetitive works, and in the reality you are adding the activities such as electricity works, and when we add this in other systems, we are adding one by one. Just to focusing to here. And at which level? For example, at the first level, floor level, and we are just adding here, saying that this is the electricity works for the first level. Later on, we create again. This is for the second level, and in the first floor, and later it is for the other floor, and also we are linking them. And after them, we are linking, and we are scheduling them. Based on the time. Now scheduling is F9, just so you can press F9 in other systems. It can give you information. Now they are linked. Even you can link with the first activity, but doing this one by one on Gantt chart, we will be seeing that just the created activities without location information. In Tilos, we make simplify for our activities, such as if we don't have these activities one by one, and saying that we are going to add repetitive works. To adding this, just the task creation works, repetitive task mode, and we are saying to system that what kind of discipline we are going to add. And in our activity types, already we have our activities, electricity works in this case, and now this will give us the idea, and we will get the information from the floor levels. And when we look at that, at which levels, which floors, we are exactly seeing that, and it will be using this information which we had at the beginning in Excel. So this information now going to be displayed on my time location. And there are other settings which will be giving you more visible information, task between profile points for the Tilos users, and creation of the task name, just creating from the profile name. If you would like to link them each other itself, or if you would like to limit till the specific levels, we are also able to do this. We can just to say that we will be going to create the activities till the 150 meters. So this is just the limitation. And now please see that our all activities are created here. Just we gave the start date in this date, and now we can say that maybe just we can get this activity after this activity can start. And in the linking, we can say that we can give the lag like 30 days later, the electricity works will be starting. We can reschedule at this case. And now please see that our activity starts. Our electricity works is already started with all floors are created in one work, and we created all. When we look at our Gantt chart, it is here. all of them are created. Also in our best methodology methods, and we had the resource included in our template. So electricity works with how many people are done. So how many people are using, like assistant, specialist, electrician. So this one all included with the resource information. This can include cost information as well as income information. So this was the one discipline which we created easily. So we can add another type of activities in the same format, and this was our electrical works, and we can say that other type of activities also can be created, such as here plumbing works in this case, saying that the same formats, and just selecting that when it will be starting. Now it will be creating our other type of works. Now this is created our plumbing works. If we say that after this activity, first one, and this will be starting, we can just say that this will be starting, and even we can set up our start to start or different type of links. We can put the legs between the activities. We can schedule in this case. And now please see that our schedule is almost ready for the 3 disciplines. One is superstructure, and 2 of them is for the electrical works and plumbing works. And this is this activities, when we look at the overall, actually we will know that when it is going to be finished. So this will give us idea and information. When we are looking to specific activity, if we are going to focus, for example, this activity, in the details we will see that this activity name and for the 29th floor, and we will exactly know that when it is starting, when it is finishing. So here we will also able to balance our resources, because on our resource histograms in a moment I am going to show, and we will be displaying the exact resources based on time as well as based on our floors. Let's look at the other views what we have, and in the overall view, time location view, this one it was for all years, but when I look at the now overall, just my activities are here. And I will show you now a completed project, one sample completed project, but before than this, let's look at more analyzing in the Tilos, and the reason for this, and we have 3 major things. One is time location, one is Gantt chart, the other one Excel based view. This means that, for example, if you would like to focus on the Excel based view for the Excel lovers, you can use your filter options like in Excel, and you can use, for example, you would like to sort based on name. You can just do clicking and it will be sorting. You can just do sort based on the ID and selection and just to sorting, and this is similar to Excel. So if one user likes to working, in some case they may like to working in this Excel part, and this will help them to synchronize other side. For example, till they get used to time location, they can still develop here, but they can get the result on time location view. We have more information such as sub-projects, and in our case, we had one drawing on the left side, and we have the high-rise building here, and we have small high-rise building, and this will be into sub-project part. So this can have another schedule, and we can keep them under sub-projects. So whenever we would like to show any of the projects, and we can put them under this sub-project. Whenever we would like to display, we can just remove, and this was from the high-rise building part, and we can just remove it. And in the main part, I have another project. When I would like to display, now all the activities will be displayed from this project. Let me show in the more larger view. And here, when I would like to show the overall, I will be selecting just to my other project, and now this is showing from another project. What I have, similar things, layout is the same, but here my information for the start milestones, And also on the upside, we have the information for the completion of contracts. Contract information is here, and also for planning the logistical. And you don't have to keep logic for the levels for these logistical things. And just based on the time, you can keep them as an activity. These are not drawing. This has all information, all cost information, all calendar information. We can assign the cost for planning logistical things, and we can assign the income as well. So this is fully works. And now when I look at the more information for the activities for the completed part, at the beginning of the project, we just complete the base, and after the base, we have the other activities taking the different slopes, as you see that structure. And when we look at the Gantt chart for it, actually we will exactly see that master project Gantt chart. It is here, and our activities, curtain walls, architectural works. But on Gantt chart, it is not exactly giving us information, and this is more for submitting to your schedules. But when we look at here, we will exactly see that at which floor and when we will be. And when we look at the overall, what we can include more, we can include our procurements, such as here, procurements. For them, the most important thing is the duration, time, and from when to when. So we keep this information. On the right side, we have more resource information. Let me show the results from here. If we have this project, and when we are reporting, what we can have more on the left part upside, we can add, or anywhere we can add our dynamical information such as progress and earned value, cost information, income, project chart information. At the bottom we have the drawing. On the right side we have our plan, and to showing it with the resource loaded, please see that different disciplines resource, and here we can keep the resource numbers, resource names. These are already showing the information on the activities. When you reschedule your project, they will be automatically updated. We can keep more information such as labor hours and concrete, which are the major resources which you are going to use, and concrete information, steel information, the amounts based on weekly, monthly, this can be defined. Cost and income as well, you can integrate with the other systems. It is directly integrated with Excel. So if you have already financial system which is exporting on Excel or in other file formats, XML formats, we can easily read based on the time. Or you can directly show the project costs. And if you would like to have cash flow, we can also put the income values as well. And at the bottom, we have more information, and this is the helping for the companies and your all activity types getting know-how. In other projects, you will be using the same template. So activity shapes and colors will be indicating information. They are also helping us to filter or grouping our activities from the same disciplines. Little bit more down, we have resource information, at which duration, because as a horizontal it represents to us time. So at the bottom we have the information for the resources and also for the costs. This is the curve for the cost and payments amounts also at the bottom. Red one, it is actually payments, and blue one, it is cost to date to us. And as we see here, we can see the comparison. On the right side, project related information with the company logo. So in one page we can get the all information. This was one project, and if you would like to have another opinion in the projects, and vertical side again the drawings, and we see that activities from different productivity rates and information with the time and location. So this is the presentation of our projects. In this case, if you have any questions, please type, and we would like to give you more opinion if you are already user, or if you would like to test the Tilos in your projects. You can provide your Primavera files or your Microsoft project files in user-defined fields, and which activities. This is one of the high-rise building project, and we will be just putting that which activity on which level. For example, this one from the 0 installation works from 0 to 50 meters. So it represents. And when we put this information, it will take the start date, finish date, as well as the start distance and end distance locational information. This is the how we can represent. Or we can import your all Primavera schedule. We can put this information in Tilos. This is another way. And if you have data on Excel, and if you would like to have a simulation of your project, how we will show floor levels vertical, time will be horizontal, and floors will be from top to down, and tender related, document related activities or procurement activities will be from left to right. They will be only related with the time. We can show on any part of our time location. And when we see that our activities, and if you have the quantity, measure quantity for our activities and productivity rates, so we can have exactly activities which we are showing here. And if you have this work rate in different floors, also please let us know. And if you can provide in this Excel format, we can quickly convert your project into Tilos format. So these are the way how we are managing. And for the next webinars, you can follow us on our LinkedIn group, Tilos Time Location Scheduling and Controlling Software. And you can find the more information how to utilize the Tilos in your projects, and you can post your any questions, and you can look at how to transfer a construction project from Primavera to Tilos. These are our concepts. And thank you for your time and attention. Hope to hear from you soon.